And here the third video. So if you arrive in this video and you want to listen from the beginning, there are two other videos before. Um, so as maybe some of you know, for me it's a lot about self-leadership, you know. I love to empower people to find your own leader, to find your own guide. Which attitude do you develop to guide yourself? You know, how are you able to work on the relationship to yourself that you can guide yourself in a compassionate way? You know, like self-leadership for me means as well to choose, to have a choice, to create an inner space where you can choose how to lead yourself and guide yourself in order to live in alignment and in your full potential and to move towards wholeness, whatever that means for you individually. And with plant medicine, um, when this sensitivity, where I spoke about in the other first two videos, when that opens up, like it's very important, you know, to create a space to notice and to observe yourself. So, when are you numbing yourself? When are you distracting yourself? You know, when are you contracting? When are you hiding? When are you closing off? You know, in which moments, you feel overwhelmed, um, in which moments the belief clicks in, I'm too much, people will judge me, people will take advantage if I'm sensitive and show emotions, I'm getting too vulnerable, I'm not feeling safe. And please, like when you listen to that, take some time and maybe you want to make some notes and maybe you want to inquire and maybe you like to feel into and reflect in your life, you know, when you can notice some of these things. And you know, when did you learn to protect sensitivity? When did you learn to protect yourself? And yeah, and I mean, for me, it's important to be aware when in my life did I get formed and shaped in a way that I protect myself. When in my life I started to develop certain mechanisms, you know, to for example, dissociate from who what I really feel, you know, to play a role, to be safe and to adjust and adapt and make other people happy or to be functional, you know, and how can I learn to notice when I'm actually not here, when I, you know, switch out of here and start to play the safe role, but actually numbing what I really feel and not being fully in alignment with my integrity, with my authenticity, with my true feelings. And for me, it's important or it's very helpful if I can track back and I have this awareness psychologically, you know, when did it start that I started to create these protective mechanisms or these patterns? Because if I know the point or the situation of origin when a certain protective mechanism got created, you know, not to be sensitive, not to be fully in this source of who I am, I can develop compassion to this small Ute, to this small girl, or to this teenager who experienced that and that. If I can develop compassion, I can hold myself in the moment when these patterns got created. And in these moments, when I can hold her and I can see and understand deeply, I can develop compassion and I can soften and I have it in my awareness. So when in the present moment I notice that I disconnect, that I numb myself, that I distract, and getting aware, what is distraction from your own sensitivity? You know, When do you start to work a lot, or going in the doing and thinking instead of feeling? When do you disconnect from your body? And I don't mean like just the physically body. The physically body helps us to feel subtlety, to help us to feel often our intuition, to help us to feel there's a yes or a no. There's a I want to escape, I want to run away, or I can feel safe and rooted down. So the body, the physically body helps us to feel the most subtle layers in universe, or in our own universe, and helps us to align fully to who we are. So when I talk about staying in your body, the body helps us from the physically to go to the most subtle and fine attuned way. It's a it's it's a beautiful body. It's a beautiful temple who helps us to stay grounded in the physically and to travel and explore and journey wherever we want to go. If we learn to anchor in a certain sensation of being in the body, if we find a certain anchor, and that's a very individual process. What I also love to explore with people in one-to-one sessions or in retreats and ceremonies, right? Or in life. But that's too much here because it's a very individual fine-tuning. But if you have some practice with going into the body and in somatic experiencing, you can open doors there to very subtle universes where you can travel so far that you in that moment don't are not connected to your ego or to I'm Ute as a human. You can travel very far and you can come back here in the body. And I think this is at least what I like to share and teach and learn for myself. Um, I want to live my human life in my body and I want to travel, and notice all the subtleties because it's all one. And to stay with the topic sensitivity, the sensitivity is the bridge, the connector. We are sensitivity. We can come to that state of we are sensitivity when we come to a place of sensing oneness. And the oneness and the wholeness needs this sensitivity and feeling safe in the sensitivity. Because if I don't feel safe, I separate. I don't want to be sensitive because it's too much, because I'm losing maybe myself. I'm losing something what I know. I'm losing to be functioning here, maybe, if there's this fear. And this journey, what I want to share here in these different videos about sensitivity, it's it's a little bit difficult sometimes for me to keep track just on one topic because the sensitivity is spreading out to so many topics and feelings and situations in life. But I want to offer support and guidance here in these videos. How can we develop our sensitivity and stay centered here? And guiding our life, learning to guide our life using a compass of sensitivity to really live the life what you are here for, and the life what you can choose from a really, really true and real place, fine-tuned place, which is connected fully with who you are and what is your place here in universe, which is fully in alignment.